Dwyane Gambino, come to the reaction video. You need to try to make that sub button. Don't smash that notification, bro. So you know when I drop that shit. Now, this topic right here, this is a sensitive topic, alright? There's gonna be really no jokes really being made. Now, I really don't give a fuck, to be honest with you. You guys know me. If you guys been rocking me, you guys know I'll say whatever. I'm like the old school, all future kind of niggas, you know? Rip a pregnant bitch and tell a bitch and tell them my niggas I had a threesome type shit. I'm on that kind of demon time, right? Don't care. But this topic right here, bro, I can only imagine being scared like your significant other goes to jail or whatever. Chris is free up. They freed the guy. And you don't know where your kid is, you know? And I see it online. People try to say she was clout chasing and stuff like that. But if you have no communication and you put it online, at least it'll reach somewhere to someone. And obviously, it probably wasn't a bad idea being how big she was. But this situation I really want to know about. So we're going to keep back. I was going to roll split to this. But I want to kind of, you know, listen to Rigo's going in. Now, you know, Queen has all the confidence in the world. She got her, like, pimple cream shit on. That's too much confidence, you feel me? But all shorty should have confidence like this. If you could go on camera looking like that, that means you could do whatever you want in the world, bro. All girls need to have confidence like that, bro. You don't have to have makeup on for everything, bro. The world doesn't need to see you with your mask on. They don't. Be you.
What's up, Rachel Squad? So by the look of this video title, you already know what I'm about to talk about. So I'm going to get right into the video and just tell my side of the story. Because I've honestly turned this camera off too many times with all these different intros and stuff like that. I'm just get straight to the point. So, what happened with CJ?
I know.
Right? Everybody else have their own theories. Everybody's making videos about what they think happened. But you guys are going to hear it from my mouth, what actually happened. That day was a very confusing day for me. And I think that any other parent in my situation would have done the same. Before, you know, all of this happened, first, let's just start out by saying this. We celebrated CJ's birthday, all right? After that, I knew that I was going to send CJ to Houston to see his dad because he had been asking to see his dad.
Oh, yeah, I seen on Instagram.
Already.
And he someone wants to see his pops. That's cute.
To go to
That's cute.
Houston. At the same time, I knew I was going to LA to finish my album, and my initial plans were to, you know, get CJ back as soon as I got back home. He could go back to school, and he also had like some dentist appointments or whatever. So that was my initial plans. Basically, CJ went over there for a couple of weeks, and I was gonna come back.
Building a website is kind of like painting a masterpiece, except it's
nothing. Everything's all Gucci right now.
CJ was going to come back, but a lot had changed. As you guys know, this whole pandemic with this virus is going on, and it kind of broke out like right in the middle of me going back to Atlanta, back home. I was panicking because I didn't know what was going to happen. I thought everything was going to get shut down, including the airlines. So I called Chris and I was just like, is there any way you can send CJ back, or we can get CJ back to Atlanta before this stuff gets more crazy, because I feel like they're going to shut down the airlines. He was like, no, my mom's coming to see CJ and they already bought their tickets. And I'm just like, well, everything's about to shut down. In my head, everything's about to shut down. So I'm like, she's probably not going to be able to come no way. So you should probably just send him back, and then after everything dies down, then, you know, they can see him.
All right.
He wasn't going for it. He was just like telling me no, and that's not fair, and this and that. Although I could have went further in that situation, I just chose not to because there was so much going on. And I was just
and this
like,
is child. No, that's right. It's his child, you know what I mean? You can't depend on him.
I'm a fair person. His family haven't seen CJ in a minute, so just go ahead. If everything's fine, if they don't shut the airlines down, then okay.
No, that's fair. You have to.
My plans after that was to get.
If she said no, it would have been bad. I would have been like, well.
But that didn't happen because
like Chris,
things started getting worse with the virus, and at this point, I kind of wanted to keep CJ in one place. And I didn't know if it was safe to fly him back because, you know, so many people were contracting this virus throughout the airports and things like that. And I just didn't want to risk it. So I was like, okay, well, maybe I'll just keep CJ there till all this died down. Maybe it's better if he stays in one place. All right. So time went by. And, you know, I was like getting videos and things sent to me of CJ not being away from people. It was being kickbacks thrown and this and that. And the whole social distancing thing wasn't even happening over there in Houston. I mean, as far as what I could see. So, you know, then I started thinking, well,
are you dry snitching?
Is it better if he just come back here?
Are you dry snitching?
I was put on a plane and I don't know. I was just so confused. I was just battling with myself about should I bring him back or not. And then I was asked.
Hi, Sophie Howard here.
Trying to get my man a fine? Holy.
Being successful.
My man was just trying to get a little drink on with home biddies.
Asking people for advice, and they was like, I don't know if you should, you know, put him back on a plane. You just don't know what could happen or what you could risk. So,
well, he was on the plane by himself?
To get him back, I just talked to his dad, and I was like, hey, I seen you had people coming over.
Or just like this dad go drop him and then
I don't think it's the right time to be doing that. And he was like, oh, well, CJ don't be around them, no way. And, you know, he was at so-and-so's house, or he was upstairs, or this or that.
Yeah, in the room while we downstairs smoking a spliff.
That would die down.
Or a blunt.
So I just gave him the benefit of a doubt, and I was just like, okay, well.
Put a sheet around the door. Smoke can't come in. Smoke free room. You feel me? Smoke free. Just have the doors open, man.
So that's why I kind of left it alone. And CJ was over there. I was just trying to be safe, and I was thinking it wasn't as bad over there in Texas as it is here in Atlanta and other places. So yeah. But then one day, not too long ago, I got a call from a Texas number. I didn't know who it was, but I picked it up anyway because I thought it probably could be important. And it was a CPS worker. It was a social worker. She was telling me that she went to Chris's house to see about CJ because she had got some complaints from some anonymous people talking about CJ was being exposed to all these things that he wasn't supposed to be exposed to, and that it was on video and people could clearly see it, but I'm not going to go into that. But anyway, she said that she called me because she was concerned. They were saying that CJ wasn't there. All right, so his dad was telling her he's not here anyway, so you can't see him. But at the same time, I guess some police had showed up to the door as well, separate from her, and they was about to arrest him. So then now she's thinking, okay, so the child is not in the father's care right now, and the father is about to get locked up, so let me call the mom. By the way, y'all, if y'all wondering how she got my number, I don't know how she got my number, but this hadn't been the only call, you know, from CPS by CJ being over there. Like, this has happened more than once.
All right, chill, chill.
Scared because one,
they really do Chris dirty. Just chill.
Two, his dad is getting locked up, and I don't know where CJ is. So my first thought was to call Chris's mom, because Chris's mom had just visited over there, and I was. Oh wait, I forgot to tell you. The lady also told me. Yeah. I'm thirsty. Okay, hold on 1 second, all right? I forgot to tell you guys that the lady also told me that Chris told her before he got arrested that CJ wasn't there and he was with his friend named Tiffany, all right? The CPS lady had told me that CJ was with somebody by the name of Tiffany. All right, boom. I called Chris's mom. I tell her what happened. I asked her, does she know who Tiffany is? She said that she has met someone named Tiffany and she went over there.
That's Chris's side biddy. You feel me? Showing it down.
No, but she could try to get it for me. At the same time, she was going to try to see what was going on over there. So
that's when she probably did that IG post.
But could she also give me Nettie's number, because Nettie be knowing a lot of people's numbers over there, like Chris's friends, the girls. So I hung up the phone with her, hoping to,
you know, Chris do the thing. Chris do the thing. You feel me? Do the thing.
You know, just figure out where CJ was. I didn't get a text from his mom after we hung up the phone, and so I just assumed that she was trying to make some calls and, you know, help me out and figure out the girl's number so I could just get a hold of CJ. So I didn't say too much about it, but I was also still trying to, I didn't want to sit there and wait either, so I wanted to find out some information on my own. So I chose to call a girl that I've met before in person. Her kids play with CJ a lot over there. I don't know if you guys see, but like it's 2 other curly headed kids and they play with CJ. But I called their mom. I asked her, do you know anyone by the name of Tiffany? And she was like, no, let me ask the kids, da da da. And so she wasn't sure. She said her kids said that that wasn't her name. So I was just really confused. And you know,
oh, now you asked the kids to drive snitch
for me.
God
so
damn.
I'm just waiting on calls back from different people, you know, about where my son is. So when I hung up the phone,
with Chris's side video holding it down.
I asked her, did she get any more information? And she was just like, she tried to call Dwyane, and Dwyane didn't answer the phone, which raised a concern with me because that's her son. I would think that he would answer for his mom, you know, even if he don't answer for me or anyone else. So I was like, okay, what didn't happen, and where's CJ now? So,
but since her son, she's being
concerned. Number. Finally, she had texted me Nettie's number, and I called Nettie, and I was asking her about who Tiffany was. And I guess Nettie had already talked to Dwyane herself, because she said, Dwyane said that CJ's not there, but I think he's there. But she felt like CJ was there. I don't know why she felt like CJ was there, but then that made me think, okay, I think CJ's there too then. You know, what if somebody's hiding something? I don't know why they would hide CJ being there from me, but, or I don't know if they was doing it for purposes so the CPS worker wouldn't come back and look for CJ again. I'm not sure. So now I'm thinking, okay, is CJ at that house still and they're not trying to tell nobody, or is he really with Tiffany? So then I called the mom back. I'm just say the mom. I ain't gonna say her name because I don't want nobody trying to look for her. I'll just say her name is Maya. I don't know. I'm gonna call. I called Maya back, and that's not her real name, by the way. But I called her back, and she was just like, I haven't gotten any further, but I could go over there and see if CJ is there at the house for you. And I was like, okay. She was heading over there to Chris's house. Now by this time, Chris was already in custody. So then I think this is when I made the post on Instagram. I posted it because I was just like, okay, at this point I need answers. I made that post because, you know, I know that a lot of my supporters help me out a lot. They are kind of like some little investigators, so they could come back and tell me who this person's social media page is, and I can DM them, or maybe someone that is over there around CJ would see the post and call me, or sorry, not call me because they ain't got my number, but they could DM me and let me know some information. But I deleted it because I was like, maybe I should just try a little harder first before I make this post. So that was the post and delete, okay? And then Nettie texted me back, and she was like, we were talking a little bit, and she was like, whatever you do, don't put this on social media. She didn't see that post, but she had just happened to say, don't put this on social media. But I was thinking more so of her saying, don't put it on social media that her brother is in jail because they know what people say and this and that. So that's how I was thinking, and I was just like, oh no, I ain't gonna put that on there. I don't care about that. But when it comes to my son, I am gonna try to figure out where he is, and you know, if I make a post about that, then that's different. So she didn't see the post and delete then, okay? So then I asked her to send me Duck's number. She sends me his number. I call him. I don't get an answer, all right? I called him twice. I didn't get an answer, so then I texted him and I said, hey, Maya is coming over there to see if CJ is there at the house, and I have someone to pick him up and bring him back to Houston. Give me a call. So then I called Maya, and then Maya is at Chris's house finally. She's trying to go see if CJ is in there or not, but people are in the house. So Dwyane's in there, Chris's friends are in there, but someone in the house says lock the door, so they're not trying to let her in. So when she tells me that, at this point, I'm just like, what do they have to hide? If CJ's with the girl Tiffany, then why wouldn't they let you in to see if he's not there? So then I'm just really, really confused, and I'm just like, I'm telling her, tell them that if they don't let you in, then I'll call the police and I'll send the police over there and they can check to see if CJ is there, since people playing around and giving me the runaround. I don't know know if she told them that right away or not, but then Dwyane's number texts me, and he texts me the number supposedly to Tiffany, okay? And so I called that number. He said,
wait, why are they hiding a girl from Queen unless it's like Queen's best friend or something like that? Like, she has a whole baby with a whole new other nigga, so why, if Chris is fucking 20 other bitches, does it matter? Like, bro, send my baby moms to Shorty's number so she can find our youth, fam, so she don't be feeling crazier. Because the more she digging she does, she might find some other shit she don't need to be finding.
So I tried to call the number multiple times.
So I feel comfortable with that, Shorty.
Like, okay, somebody
so she asked my youth. See?
Because
you know how Shorty's get, fam.
Right.
You know how Shorty's get.
Calm call shit. Call from Dwyane's number, and Dwyane's not on the phone, but instead it's like Chris from jail along with Chris's friend, and Chris is telling me CJ's not at the house, Queen, he's with Tiffany. And I'm just like, well, then who is Tiffany then? And he's like, it's a friend that I knew for 5 years. I never heard of a Tiffany. 5 years ago was 2015, you guys. So I never heard of a Tiffany back in 2015. And I just feel like anybody that has my son, that's gonna have my son if you're not there, I should know who they are, you know, just in case anything happens. But yeah, he was just like, Tiffany had, I was like, okay. I didn't get a, I was waiting on Tiffany to call me back.
Y'all split up for a reason. She could have been around for that long.
That Dwyane gave me, and I still didn't receive a call. But I guess during all this time, Maya had told Dwyane what I said about sending the police over there. So then I got another call from Dwyane himself, and he was like, why would you try to send the police over there and this and that if I told you, if I gave you the number already? And I was just like, well, actually I said that before you gave me the number, but if y'all don't have nothing to hide, if CJ's not there, then why won't you guys let her in to see? Because at this point, y'all, I don't know, I'm thinking they trying to keep CJ in the house, maybe because they don't want me to get him back. Like, I don't know what's going on. I really don't know. At this point, I don't trust anyone. All I want to know is where my son is. So he explained to me that he wasn't lying and this and that. And I was like, well, if somebody would have called me first, or if you would have actually answered the phone or called me right when I texted you, then this wouldn't even like have happened. So then finally, after I got off the phone with him, the number calls me back, and it's Tiffany. I spoke to Tiffany, and I got to talk to CJ. I found out where he was. Then I talked to Tiffany and set up things with her for Thomas to come get CJ.
Hold on. I'm trying to bring him back. That needs to hold on.
I'm very glad that I did that, because
I need to be listening to this.
The next morning, the CPS worker called me again, and I was talking to her, and she was just like, no matter what allegations were being denied, that if they...
Only one tap to privacy. Use NordVPN.
If you're calling yourself an entrepreneur and you're not going to take advantage of what's going on right now,
they could see that on camera, they could still go and extract CJ from the household over there if they wanted to. So I'm really glad that I got CJ back as soon as I did, because, you know, it's a possibility that they could have went and taken him due to whatever allegations they had against, you know, Chris, or whatever goes on in that household over there. Being that this has been more than once or more than twice that this has happened, and I always give the benefit of a doubt, and I always
the Queen shit is different though.
It's just that, like,
I know Clarence gets it, fam.
You know, anymore.
Those arguments, unless he settles her, I know he gets it.
And I just wish that instead of, you know, people getting
Clarence probably seems like having to go a second
I was just running to social media trying to cause attention, which I really wasn't. I was just trying to find my son. That's all I cared about. I don't care about no attention. That was a crazy day, you know. I'm glad he was safe, and thanks to the person that had him that was keeping him safe. Thank you, Tiffany. But
you feel me? Tiffany was a Shorty was holding it down, fam.
And I just feel like if
Tiffany was holding it down for Chris. You know, Chris found himself probably a good one. You know what I mean?
They probably would have done the same thing. And you know, I just feel like Chris was saying I'm doing too much, But I just feel like he was taking it too lightly. First of all, anytime the CPS show up at your door, especially if you know that it's proof that they can see, like there should be no reason why.
Yeah, that can't be going in there. Yeah, Chris, you fucked up there. I can't help you.
People could lie and make anonymous phone calls, but if you give them something to say,
exactly.
and if you give them something to talk about, it's like you're making it worse. So yeah, I'm not going to risk that anymore. People could say whatever they want to say about me doing too much, but I really don't care. I'm happy.
No. You do what you gotta do for your kids,
back and he's being quarantined.
Especially
I'm
when
not
the
saying that
videos
for no shade
and
to be thrown, but I was really scared. Like throughout this whole thing, I just
and quarantine.
I didn't want my little baby to get sick. Okay, and I just didn't know people.
But Chris got the biddies coming through. You got the biddies coming
That's all
through.
I could really say.
And some number for your sex workers are in that life. You feel me? Dirty hoes.
It's just, you know, everybody else had their own theories, and it's just like, yeah, let me say something, because they're gonna just be going on and on and on until it ends up way off than what it was. But thank you.
Hold on one moment.
That's about it.
Yeah, this is the end of the video, man. So now I'm gonna go see what's going on, but. And no, that was a crazy fucked up situation though. I remember seeing that online. I remember seeing Shayru and all stuff. I was actually like concerned, like, yo, what the hell happened? Like, did they like took the man's shoot or whatnot? But either way, everyone's back and safe and found, man. No hate towards either parties, bro. Chris is not a bad daddy. He got arrested while having a kid, you know what I mean? So this is what it is. But if you guys are new to the channel, like, share, subscribe, turn off in the comment section what you want to do. Until next time.
Got me like a rich bitch, limp dick, put it on your daughter and she still call a nut. Patty K, gotta know your bitch like Johnny K. ATL pull up in roller skates, or lights on like a library.